Hello students. So in this class we are going to discuss a topic that is module 5 of EVS 201 and module 6 of diploma course. So it is urban problems related to energy. So urban means city and rural means village. So what are the problems which are related to energy in urban areas or city areas, how they are misusing the energy or how excess energy consumption is done by them? So we will discuss little bit about them in this slide. Okay, so first point, in the past urban housing required relatively small amounts of energy than we use at present. So in the past, the houses which were built in the city areas, they were built of materials like wood, or they are built of materials like bricks, or they were, they were not built of steel or other things that we use today. Steel, glass, metals. Earlier, they were built of wood or bricks only. But nowadays we use the steel, we use the many types of metals, we use glass. So the materials that were used to build the houses in um, earlier days, these were very energy friendly, or we can say this wood, bricks, they were to some extent they were energy eco friendly. How they are eco friendly? Because they can adjust the temperature to very, they have the more adjustment capacity of temperature than the materials that we use today for building houses. Okay, materials where temperature adjustment can be done in was done in those materials very easily. Okay, but nowadays the materials that we use for building homes, they are not at all temperature, they cannot adjust the temperature. Okay, that is why we feel the more heat, and during the winter season we feel the cold. Okay, so um, in actually, as you know, you might be knowing that in USA, 35% of the energy greenhouse emission, 35% of the greenhouse emission comes from these urban areas. So these urban areas, city areas, they are not at all using the energy in a eco-friendly manner. They are misusing the energy, and they are producing greenhouse gas. So this the urban cities, urban settings, they have to be organized in a proper manner so that the energy consumption can be minimized in the urban areas. So in earlier days, in the 1950s, people generally used firewood or coal. People generally used firewood or coal as their source of energy. So it was very convenient source of energy in those time. In 1950s, it was a very convenient source of energy. But it of course coal is to cause pollution. But as you see, as the kitchens in earlier days were located away from the house, and there was arrangement of chimneys in those days also. So it did not cause much problem. The pollution from coal, it did not cause much problem. But later, when there was building of apartments, when people started living in apartments, then this became a problem. Because of the closed atmosphere, the pollutant released from coal burning, they cannot be released. They became constant, they used to become concentrated in one place, and as a result, it caused pollution and health effects. So from coal, now people started shifting to second source of energy, that is kerosene. Kerosene was used. Then after that, there were many transition, like people started using electrical energy, and now we have natural gas as a source of energy, as a prime source of energy. Now, um, urban centers in hot climate need energy for cooling. You see, urban centers, as we know that we as days are, I mean, nowadays we are suffering from greenhouse effect, so global warming is a major environmental problem now. So as temperature is increasing, and you will see that in city areas particularly, the temperature is a bit higher than the village areas. So as the temperature is a bit higher in the city areas, so people in the city areas use some extra devices like AC for the cooling of their houses. So the energy consumption in the people living in the urban areas is more. So as we know that the temperature of the earth has been increasing due to the greenhouse effect, so people living in the colder climate, they will not be they do not become the they do not face any difficulty because of this, because this greenhouse effect actually um, it is not causing very much harm to them. But in urban areas, in city areas, particularly in the tropical and the subtropical regions, in urban areas people are suffering much difficulty because of the greenhouse effect, because of global warming. So they generally use the AC for cooling. Now as we use AC, and as the temperature is also increasing, so temperature is increasing and your AC needs a minimum energy consumption for the cooling effect. For its cooling effect, AC needs a particular amount of energy. But the temperature of the atmosphere is already increasing day by day, so your AC needs more energy for cooling of the atmosphere. So as the temperature of the environment will go on increasing, so the AC or whatever apparatus you are using for cooling, they will require more energy for cooling. So the uh, we can say that the urban centers are using more energy per people than the rural area. Okay. Then our next point is urban transport mainly depend on fossil fuel. This causes greater amount of load of particulate matter and release of carbon dioxide from exhaust vehicles. You see, in urban areas or in city areas, you will notice that people generally, if almost every people, they have private vehicles. If it be upper middle class or lower middle class or the uppermost rich people, so they always nowadays they have their own private vehicle. So as the number of vehicles are increasing, so this traffic jam problem is also increasing day by day. So we can see that uh, we have to get stuck in the traffic jam for a minimum for say 3 or 2 hours every day. People who generally travel distant places, they generally face this problem. So as the traffic jam problem is increasing, so in the jam also there is a greater amount of release of particulate matter, there is a release of carbon monoxide from exhaust vehicles. So because of this, the urban people, they are experiencing the greenhouse effect, and they are also facing pollution problems more than the village area people, because the number of vehicle is always more in the city area than the village area. So as the number of vehicle will increase, more amount of pollutants will be released, more amount of greenhouse gases will be released. So if there is more release of greenhouse gases, then there will be more global warming. If there are more release of greenhouse gases, then there will be if there are more release of air pollutants, then the pollution level will increase automatically in the urban areas. So in people living in the urban areas, they will generally face many types of health problems than the people living in the village areas. Okay. So So what can be the solution to this? Of course, if you can somehow manage the public transport system, if you can somehow develop our public transport system and minimize the use of private vehicles, then to some extent we can find a solution to this problem. To some extent we can control the release of greenhouse gases. To some extent we can control the release of pollutants. Okay. So each of us should be environmentally conscious individual. Each of us as an environmentally conscious individual must try to reduce the use of energy. So we can take each one of us who are environmentally conscious. Each one of us can take some steps. Each one of us can take some steps to for the to save energy, like we can switch off our electrical appliances when not in use. We can shift to public transport rather than using private vehicles. We can use public transport. So if we uh, so if you imagine the amount of energy, so people nowadays, generally people living in urban areas, they have, as I said, they have more energy consumption than the people living in the rural areas. So people, this also happens between the developed and the developing countries. The developed countries also, like USA, their energy consumption is much greater than our energy consumption. So it is a difference between the a developed and the developing nation always. But wherever but, wherever it be a city or village or developed or developing countries, this trend is always noticed. So people waste the energy per day. Per people waste huge amount of energy. So say uh, if you imagine the amount of energy wasted by thousands of careless people, you will see that it is very much huge. Huge amount of energy is wasted by the careless people. So if we learn to save electricity, if we learn to save not only electricity, uh, all the resources that we have, all the natural or artificial resources, energy resources that we have, if we learn to save electricity or other resources, we would begin to have a more sustainable lifestyle. Sustainable lifestyle, I have already told you, that means we can use these resources to a longer duration of time. If we save them and use the resources with a proper planning, then we can continue to use these resources in the longer duration of time.